I don't even care.
I don't even care.
You baby.
So, man, how you feeling?
I feel great, man. This is exactly where I want to be. I can't wait to get to this week. You know, I can't wait. When I'm in camp, I can't wait to get to last week. Last week was peak week. Ask my dad. He's my toughest critic outside myself. He'll tell you that last week went beautifully, and here we are, fight week. What I told my coach before we left, I told Coach Wade, if you're not happy, it's not my fault. So I feel good right now.
How is it with your dad as your trainer? Does that get kind of sensitive or kind of touchy at times?
We're in a beautiful place right now, man. We are. My dad and myself kind of starts with us, but then it trickles down to everyone else in the family, you know. But him and I are beautiful, and the rest of the family is beautiful too.
How do you like your change in scenery up in Washington? DC.
DC was great. DC was there's not enough I can say about DC. That was my first camp with the Headbangers, and I've known those guys since I was 9 years old, 10 years old. And I told them out before I left. I said, I still look up to you, man. I said, I started looking up to you when I was 10 years old. I said, it is what it is, man. I'm always going to be 10 when I watch you, when I look at you, and my admiration for you will always be just like that. And to get in the ring with him and spar with him was special. He was definitely coached me along the way. And I told him when it was all said and done, I said, man, I hope I helped you as much as you helped me, you know. So top to bottom, man, DC was great, and I think we're gonna definitely spend some more weeks down there from time to time.
Was it something that when you were training in Vegas, were you kind of feeling a little stale?
No,
we
we actually closed our training facility last year after my last fight. My dad is feeling like we're spending too much money to be in the training facility for a short period of time, fighting just once, maybe twice a year, and so we shut it down, and we called Barry to come in, and Barry said, hey boy, y'all need to just come on down here. Everything is down here for you. I got everything you need. And he did not lie about that at all. From the sparring to the recovery, I even found places to get my yoga in, swimming, the whole nine. It was great.
Was it like a little holiday for you?
I swear to God, that's what I said, yo, this is like Christmas to me, because here it's just me. And then we bring in different guys from time to time. But when you go out there, they got probably the youngest guys training with them at 10 o'clock in the morning, like 14, and then obviously the Petersons being the oldest. And so if you can imagine, there's about 15 to 20 of us in the gym. That alone was enough to get me giddy and excited every day. But to see the way the 14-year-old literally was working as if he was in a position to get a world championship like Lamont Peterson, very special. So they have something special down there at the Headbangers gym, as well as just, you know, champions. There's something special going on around there. And we didn't know, but we got a good taste of it, and we'll be back for more. Honestly, with this one is, you're gonna have to wait and find out, because I'm gonna have to wait and find out. We've worked on a lot of different things for me personally. We've worked obviously to get ready for Ugas, but things like power, I think is really gonna come into play. We've been able to refocus on the power a lot like we did some years back. We haven't been able to really focus on power for a few years now. So that, to me, is something that might be new in this one. If this is a first or second round knockout, you know why. It's because I've been working on it. It ain't because your dentist can't take a punch. It's because Shawn Porter been working. Yes, sir. Yeah. I've seen a lot of his fights, and I even wanted to go back to his amateur days. So I saw some of that as well. I just know what he can bring. I know what he can bring to the ring.
So what concerns you most about him? What concerns you most about him on Saturday?
Concerns me most about your dentist is he throws punches like a Cuban fighter. And to break it down really quickly, if you go watch any Cuban fighter, you'll see when they turn their punches turn a little different than most fighters you see. So that's the number one thing. That's the number one thing I am have trained my mind to be prepared for, train my eyes to be prepared for, the way those punches are going to be delivered.
Like weird angles?
Weird angles, yeah. Different angles, yeah. They're going to come different and finish different.
Like it's going to look like that, but curved?
Yeah, it's going to come different. And
when you were first world champion on Fox,
Go ahead.
How do you feel about fighting on Fox and everything, national television? And are you ready to get some new fans and everything?
I'm looking forward to it, man. This is going, and I've been at studios a lot, and it's all football around there, which is cool because I love football. So, to me, in my mind, now in sports, in my mind, we're second to football, and that's not bad to me at all. That's not bad to me at all. So I'm looking forward to it. I know there's going to be some new people out there watching, tuning in because they heard about it, heard about me, maybe heard about you, Dennis, just heard about PBC being on Fox. I'm looking forward to all of that. I know I'm ready for it.
Browns or Bengals fan?
Next question.
Oh,
You should know that one, man.
You were the IBA for a champion, then you defended against Kell Brook. Compared to now, how do you plan on taking advantage of your first title defense of the WBC World title?
You know what? I'm more ready for it. I've matured mentally in the ring, and I know that I'm ready for this opportunity now to defend my belt. I'm not saying that I didn't understand it back then. I'm not saying that I took it for granted. I just know that now I'm ready to really defend this belt, and I got everything that it takes to defend it, not just once, but multiple times.
There's the old saying that there's levels to boxing. Mm-hmm. You fought at those levels. Do you think Ugas has fought at those levels?
I don't think he's fought at those levels as a professional. In order to not underestimate him, you have to understand that he fought at that level as an amateur. But he fought at that level as an amateur consistently for a number of years. And I think that one way or another has trained him to be ready for this kind of environment, this kind of opportunity.
What's the big difference between that amateur experience and pro experience at that?
It's quicker, and the amateurs is quicker. The rounds are quicker. Preparation for the fight is quicker. There's a lot of things that go into it that make it, different. I think obviously without there being a headgear, smaller gloves. I think that's another difference. I think that he hasn't really been hit with anyone the way I've hit him. I think that's definitely gonna pay tolls in this fight.
Yo,